Well, thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you for your passion, Senator Johnson Stewart, and your outrage on this issue. I mean, I think one thing that destroys me so much about what is happening is you hear all of this talk at the federal level from Doge and Elon Musk and President Trump about waste, about bloat, about laziness, about DEI hires in our federal government. The folks that we just heard from, that's the ultimate meritocracy. These are people with dedication, with experience that they laid out for over a decade, trying to get to the positions to make a difference in our environment and our outdoors, helping children get to experience the incredible opportunities that we have in Minnesota. And we are making decisions not based on merit. We're making decisions that are haphazard and destroying people's lives, and in effect, to Senator Johnson Stewart's point and Senator Kunish's point, that are going to have detrimental impacts on our environment. But the worst part about it is that we're making these cuts, we know from the budget that was passed at the federal level, in order to provide trillions of dollars in tax cuts for the wealthy. So not only are we making the haphazard decision to destroy people's lives who have used merit to get to where they are, to protect our outdoors and provide opportunities for our people, we're laying them off, destroying their lives, providing tax cuts to the wealthiest, using the money that is potentially saved, although it's not going to make up the difference even close. And then we're passing that burden onto the state, and we heard from the DNR expert that it's going to then get passed to my rural communities to pick up the slack. So my local fire departments, my local communities, I'm hearing from my mayors that are afraid of what this means for the services that they have to provide. We recently had the Soil and Water Conservation District members here. I'm sure many of you met with them. They're talking about all the slack that they have to pick up. This is what happens when we make these haphazard decisions that are not based on merit. They're based on a political outcome that they're looking for in order to provide benefits for the wealthiest in our country. And they're just compounding the problems that are going to cost us more because of wildfires, that are going to cost us more because of the impact on our sea wildlife and our industries that use these outdoors, the recreation and tourism opportunities that we have in northern Minnesota. The compounding costs are going to far outweigh the short-term benefits of cutting these people out in order to provide tax cuts. It's an outrage, and Mr. Chair, I know we have a lot to get to, but I just want to say that that I have heard from countless constituents. I appreciate that these folks are willing to testify, because I will tell you, Mr. Chair, that there are a lot of folks that work for the Forest Service right now who are being coerced into early retirement that are unable to testify. I talked to tens of them in my district who are unwilling to testify today because they're afraid that they're going to get the notice that they're fired the next day. So what's happening is it's incomprehensible. I'm going to go up to Koochichain County on Sunday. I'm going to do a town hall near Voyageurs National Park and hear from folks directly on this issue. But Mr. Chair, I appreciate that we're drawing attention to this issue. It's an outrage, and we got to do everything we can at the state level to make sure these people's voices are heard.